So this is a session specifically designed for Rob and working on his shoulder health. To begin with, we've got forwards circles, really focusing on keeping the shoulders moving at one speed and through the fullest range of motion you can manage pain-free. We would also do this backwards as well. You notice Rob's arms are nice and relaxed, and ideally, as I said, there should be no discomfort. This is a more advanced variation of the same action. So you can see Rob is moving his shoulders forwards with his arms in the air. Now, as you get more advanced, you would actually aim to keep your hands fairly still in space, so you wouldn't observe too much movement of the arms as he draws a circle with his shoulders. As he's just starting out with this activity, you can see the arms move a lot, but as he gets progressively more in tune and coordinated with the movement, you could also observe the arms staying fairly still. The benefit of this is it adds a coordinative element, and sometimes you will find areas of the shoulder that are activated far more effectively by having your arms in various positions. So you can see there Rob has like one hand high, one hand low. Again, it adds a layer of complexity to the coordination, and it changes the stimulation on the shoulders. The next variation is potentially the most demanding coordinatively. We are still doing these shoulder circles, but this time the right shoulder is going forwards while the left shoulder is going back. As you can see, this requires a lot of focus, because you need to notice how your torso is moving. So some people that are very free in the shoulders actually won't move their torso at all, or a very small amount. So it really focuses the action on the shoulders. This is a more dynamic shoulder mobilization exercise involving the full body. So you can really see that Rob is turning in the ankle, he's involving the hips and the torso. This is particularly suitable for people like Rob who enjoy boxing and tennis, and others who maybe enjoy activities such as golf. Ideally, you would have one speed throughout the whole circle. So at the moment, you can see Rob is slightly stalling at the top of the rep, but we would draw his attention to that and ideally create this more homogeneous speed. We now go to the semi-passive or semi-active hang. So you want to try and have your shoulders in a comfortable position. This is particularly appropriate for people with shoulder pain. So when his shoulders are right up by his ears, that is a passive position, and when his shoulders are as far away from his ears as possible, that's an active position. And the place Rob's in now is right between the two, and that can be quite kind on the shoulders, because active requires quite a lot of effort to keep the shoulders away from the ears, and passive sometimes puts a lot of strain on the shoulder girdle. You can do this with your feet on or off the floor, and you can use a variety of hand positions. We're using neutral in this example. We're now moving on to the internal and external rotation using a dumbbell. As you can see from the two chalked lines on the floor, that Rob's right hand and left foot are on the line, and ideally his shoulders would also be on the line. So his right hand, right shoulder, and left knee would all be in line with those chalked marks on the floor. The exercise is working his internal rotators on the way down. So you'll see his forearms perpendicular to the floor. That's fine. And now his forearms vertical. And it will be the back of the shoulder, the external rotators, that you'll probably feel this in on the way up. This is a lat opener in the crucifix position. We're using this to condition the shoulder with a weight with a weight at a long lever. So it's full stretch, really lengthening through the elbow joint, reaching back as far as you comfortably can. You'll see Rob's leading with his thumb, so the thumb's turning towards the direction of travel. On the way back up, it'll be pointing towards the camera. It's very important that both of his shoulders are on the floor the whole time. The twist is less important in this exercise to begin with, although it's a great opportunity to open up your hips. You don't have to turn as far as Rob. Rob's pretty supple through the hips, so you just want to find a comfortable position that allows you to keep both shoulders on the floor. We're now going to the active to passive hang. This is a fantastic way to build strength in your shoulder girdle, and as you can see, the active position is with Rob's shoulders pulled as far away from the ears as possible. He holds that for 3 seconds, and then he slowly, under control, descends to the passive position with his shoulders right in between either side of his ears.